What's up, everybody? My name is Micah, and I like to share my humble opinions on topics here on this channel. We're going to be speaking on unleashing your kindest self, or not being afraid to unleash your kindest self, even in situations that people might not seem as appropriate. Right? I'm going to be listing a few examples, personal examples, and maybe kind of just universal examples, things that you can find from anywhere really. But we're gonna be speaking on this topic. Make sure you guys are giving yourself respect, and make sure that you guys also give yourself congratulations if you guys got up out of bed and handled your duties for today, right? So we're gonna be unleashing your kindest self, right? Or at least trying your best to unleash your kindest self. I'm gonna give you guys one quick personal example. I was actually in a situation regarding what was it? It was regarding one of my apartments, right? One of the apartments that I've rented before in the past. Had a situation regarding basically some termites, right? And this might sound dumb or things like that, but we learn as we grow and things like that, right? And at the time, the landlord couldn't afford to put doors in. Now, I had found out that the specific landlord was like related in some sort of way to my family, so I had the money, I had extra money, and I decided to go ahead and do what I did. Now, fast forward a year later, it was time for me to move out. They refused to kind of give the deposit. Now, I'm gonna tell you why this is important, right? Sometimes we find ourselves being the nicer person, and we find ourselves giving more than we receive. But here's the thing, right? I want you guys to remember something. We're living in a very spiritual world, right? So when especially now regarding the deposit, they had mentioned that they were going to give the deposit, and I didn't think it would be a problem considering the amount of money that was spent on the doors and things like that, even though it wasn't my responsibility. But some people, I guess they forget about that human to human contact, right? So it is what it is. Now, the reason why I didn't get upset about it, right? Reason why I didn't get upset with the deposit money, because the place I had moved in after that was a lot better, and the higher power looks out for you, you know what I mean? So when you're around here and you feel like people are using you, now there's a difference, right? If you decide to help somebody out, allow it, allow the first time when they do their little shenanigans, or they feel like they could say whatever they want to you, let that slide, you know what I mean? Because what happens is they burnt their bridges, you know what I mean? Let them burn their own bridges with you. You don't have to do it again the second time. They took you for granted. You move forward. But don't be afraid to lend a helping hand when times come to a next individual. You know what I mean? Like, don't feel like, oh man, I helped so many people out, or even when you help somebody out and they disrespect you, don't feel like, man, I should never helped you. I regret it. We can say these things, but try your best not to continue to feel this way going forward with life to a point where it prevents you from doing something kind for somebody else again, because oftentimes the higher power, or whomever you believe in, will guide you and will bless you more than you could even imagine, right? He might even be blessing you, or they, or he, or she, whoever you believe in, might even be blessing you to a point where they're protecting your everyday life. Like every day you're noticing that you're getting better. Every day you're noticing that you're avoiding dangerous situations and things like that. So your life itself is a gift, right? So let's not move forward with life trying to go toe and toe, trying to say, okay, I give you this, you give me this. Sometimes in cases you're gonna have situations where people are not always kind to you, right? However, you still try to be who you are, right? It was this clip I saw. I'm gonna give a universal example because I feel like I don't know if a lot of you guys seen this clip. It's a short, and it was pretty much Mike Tyson and speaking to another individual, and he was like, and I'm not glorifying anybody. I had to put that in there in case you guys feel like I'm glorifying people. I'm not glorifying anything. I'm just stating on what I saw. And he was saying, the guy was pretty much saying that, somebody messes. Now it can go right or wrong in both situations, right? Of course, you wanna, like I said, keep that respect level. Make sure that people respect you and things like that. But he made a good point. Don't allow people to get you upset to the point where it changes you. That's what Mike Tyson said to the guy. He was like, don't let people get to a point where it upsets you. Like we allow when we allow people to upset us, like I said with my situation, if I would allow that to upset me to a point where it stopped me from being me, which I'm a kind person, if it stopped me from being a kind-hearted person to somebody else, that person changes me. So when that person changes me, they become my master. you know. So you don't want people that you don't like to, or not saying you don't like, but you didn't have a solid agreement on, to let alone be a friend. I mean, so sorry. You don't want them to be a master. You don't want them to control you. You don't even want to be next to them. So why would you want them to control you? You know what I mean? So just try your best not to let things like those little situations start. Make sure that you guys keep hold of your true self. So your true self is a kind-hearted person. Try not to let them prevent you. Now, oftentimes you can learn to move smarter. You can learn to seek out wisdom to see, you know, in what case would be the best result to help someone. But most importantly, just don't, make sure you guys are just not blocking it off and allowing these people to change you, right? So always unleash your kindest self, because kindness really is trustworthy. Everybody who don't like a kind person around them, everybody's, you know, you have these people that like seem like they're soulless to, you know, treat people a certain way. However, the kind person, even though it doesn't seem like they do, you guys are winning. Trust me when I tell you, right? Don't go backwards. Don't try to get used. Make sure you're not getting used for your buck and all of that. But make sure you keep that respect. But at the same time, don't let people change you. You know what I mean? Be who you are and remain to unleash your kindest selves, right? Just want to speak on that topic. Remember, it is opinion based, so make sure you guys are doing your own research, your own guidance, and your own personal situations as well. Just my opinion, I want to share with you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below if you have any thoughts. Drop some wisdom quotes if you know any, and I will see you guys on the next video.